Welcome to Stratford, folks. Got a big day today. We're going to kind of feature the south end of Stratford, the Wood End Road boys, the boys from the 1970s. We got a handful of guys in there, 4 guys in there that are going to give us a great interview today. So stick around and let's go in and check it out.
So how are you all been?
Good. Yeah, right. Take a seat. Rick will be here in a minute.
No, man. I look on Facebook every now and then. I see.
Yeah, I see people here and there. You know. You still in college?
Yeah, I'm slowly. I don't know if I'm gonna get back in it, but I mean, I'm still kind of like a little connected and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm sure.
But
Tough field to be in.
I think about the Stratford Jets. When I was on that, we had yeah, the Agman brothers.
yeah, they were from
Frank, way back in Stratford High, right near here. Crazy. I'm back there. Gatsky.
Gatsky.
Yeah, I mean, there was so many guys.
Yeah, but Swallow was there.
Albert was there.
Like the All India team, Stratford CT, Sure, Bruno. Sure. Right, you have that picture? Yes. Yeah. That was cool.
If you took everybody from the town, put everybody in the town, and made a team, oh yeah, it'd be incredible. Oh yeah. Right. In those say 70 years. Yeah, I always thought of that, and I was like, man, we had everybody that lived in this town.
Well, you know, look what, we talk about that, but look what like Prep did to like the Fairfield Giants. Like there was a Ward and there was a Ludlow there too, who ended up, you know, that's right. Yeah. Prep just picked them all clean. You know, all the guys that came out, you know, like Alice and all those guys come out there, you know, Lavery got them.
And then they offered some stuff to some of these kids. They helped pay for some of their stuff when they got there. So it's kind of a no-brainer.
Well, success breeds success. You know, success. As soon as you start succeeding, you start thinking, hey, I want to go there. You know.
Shit, I almost had to go there. I was there for. I practiced with them all summer.
Really?
Yeah, and then I had a time frame where if I didn't transfer back to Stratford before that date, I wouldn't be able to play that year. We do. Our whole life, I can play X. Yeah. They were terrible.
But you would have played varsity football freshman.
No, I had freshman year with Johnson.
Yeah, but if you went to Tech as a freshman, oh, you were going to go to Tech
as a sophomore.
Oh, really?
9th grade, Johnson playing.
Oh, wow.
High school was only 3 years.
Okay, well, you never know. You know.
One decent year.
No, I went to
Michael Bartell was from Stratford.
No, I went to St. James. And then 9th grade, I went to Johnson and Stratford. That's what
They were good.
most of the people did. Okay? But the lady had her, she graduated in like 1968 from Trumbull High. I'm just like, kind of thumbing through it or whatever. And there had girls' sports back then in Trumbull. Like, we didn't even have girls' sports. I go, oh. No.
The only thing that I ever saw was
no, we didn't have girls' sports. Yeah, they didn't have anything that they had now. But they had to come.
They didn't have girls.
Not until 75 or something when they came. They first started it maybe your senior year. As my sister was on the team. But it just started then, like in the 70s. But
They had cheerleaders. We know they had cheerleaders.
no, that was a big thing. I think when my sister went, I think back in the 70s, it said, I want to join the track team. My sister Ann, she was 72. And I said, you can't, you're a girl. She goes, yes, I can. And then she ran against like Wayne DePacky or something. And she goes, yeah, I want to do it. She goes, no, it was funny. It was like, we laugh at it now, but you know, it was interesting.
I got a question. I got to ask you a question. You've been around a lot of kids. You know what we had, and now you know what it is. What the hell happened? Like, what happened in the intern with desire for kids to... Who is that guy?
Richard.
Anyway,
How you doing, man?
we'll get back
buddy.
to that question.
Thanks for coming,
Good.
man.
No, thank you.
Yeah. The boys are here.
for the invite.
Yeah, they're doing the best.
Look at this motley crew.
Richard Turner.
Long time.
I know.
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
good, man?
I'm good. Long time no see, dude. You good? I'm good. You look great. Good enough. You look a lot better than I do.
That's a great story right there.
Rick, this is you right here, Richard.
Ooh.
Yeah. Glenn, you get right there. I'm going to sit right here, and I'll be firing some questions.
Southern.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's a nice town.
He was an Okie. He was an Okie.
Yeah, it's almost a dozen years. Yeah. A dozen years.
What's that?
So we were in the middle of a question.
Okay.
Now you went on this one.
Okay, good. Still turn it down.
You know what we had when we were kids, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's we lived, ate, dreamt, slept, ball, right? When you got up in the morning, you were out of the house by 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning, right? Come home until your mother said you got to come over, the lights went on, or dinner, right? The thing I'm getting at is we had a lot of drive and ambition like this to play together, stay as a team, a family. We all knew each other, we looked out for each other. There was problems, but nothing like that. So my question, what happened in the interim from the 60s to today? And I know video games came into play, but I don't see any drive from any kids to go outside and be physical on a daily basis. Am I the only one that sees this?
No, you're on it.
And the kids that do play, they don't commit themselves. I don't know how to explain this. Some do. I don't put everybody in the same boat. But they don't put out what we had to put out to play. You know what I mean? I mean, if you really weren't that good and you didn't get yourself better, you ain't playing. I don't care how good you were. If you didn't make the weight, you weren't playing. I mean, we were going to Parker's gym and sweating off pounds right before the game at freaking 13, 14 years old. What the hell?
Puking.
Yeah. Couldn't eat, you know, giving me X-Flax. It'd take before we had a tournament game, so I'd make the weight, and then you end up making the weight for a pound. You know?
You're gonna put people in prison now, but it's okay.
I know that. That's the room thing. Yeah.
So, you know, I have this big conflict with youth. And where's the drive and where's the desire to want to just be physical and active and athletic?
Yeah. Got to have Nick answer.
I got an answer.
So I
got an answer for that one right here. Right here.
Nicholas is on it.
Here's a newspaper article, right? It said, in reality, this is a soft age of baseball. Right? Players are petty, pampered in a way unknown to the old timers. While probably they're equal, mechanically seldom do they devote much time to mastering the inside part of the game. Baseball was a life of a player 15, 20 years ago. Now, that was written by Harry Williams in 1920.
There you go.
Okay, so us old timers been saying that.
Well, I thought you was like today.
No, that was written in 1920.
Richard, you having a comment on that?
Yeah, I got a couple takes on that. First one is, I can answer that because I coached for 14 years in Pop Warner. So you see the difference as a coach. Coach D on the Jets kicks you in the ass and call you everything that your mother told you never to say. Call me a liar when I'm a liar. Right? But you couldn't do that. You couldn't even pat somebody on the ass and say good hit. So that all changed. You know, participation trophies changed. Without getting into the political side, I think the family unit, or the absence of a family unit, is a big thing about that. Not having that around. It's just, it's where I'm at.
I coached Pop Warner Fairfield for 2. That's all I could take.
Yeah.
And the parents drove me out.
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with the parents.
Sure.
Because I'm old school, you know, and I brought my old school ways, not to, you know, put my hands on anybody, but, you know, I had to, 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 I was up in their face.
They used to send my team all the way in the back, the furthest away from the parents. And I know you did the same thing.
But the parents are more involved than ours ever were.
Like I said, I used to
Our
like to
parents didn't
pep
get
my
involved.
kids, but
No,
Yeah, parents.
They let us do our thing. They were there and they watched and they get involved.
they didn't even drive us there. We walked there.
Damn straight. Or took your bike. You know, your bike was your car. I mean, that's everything.
True that.
Yeah.
so back we had kids, you know, and not now, but years ago, you know, Bridgeport, Pop Warner, where kids rode their bikes, not the from the east end over to central. So we used to practice over there. And so practice over 7:30 at night. It's dark. Kids riding the bike from there back. You know what I'm saying? Which is a dangerous situation. You know what I'm saying? For
But they didn't.
a kid, but they did. It was maybe 2 or 3 kids.
And you don't get
But
the
they
turnout.
wanted different. They wanted to play.
Maybe that's the key. We wanted them.
Yeah.
I mean, and with all our heart, we wanted to play. That's all we wanted to do. I woke up in the morning, I couldn't wait, where are we going?
Yeah.
You playing baseball today? Let's go get Carl. This guy. We playing Sandlot, you know, over in Prager.
And the competition between us.
It was incredible.
Everybody wanted to be in. If you didn't want to be in, then you weren't in it. I
I
don't know.
wanted to be Claude Babs.
I remember going through the basket looking for his senior pants. Because I thought his senior pants fit good. I ain't lying to you, that's the way it was.
I wanted to be Red Griffin.
Yeah, a lot of
That's who I wanted to be.
Ed was a football guy. Him and the guy who played for the 49ers.
Oh, Bradley played for Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Yeah, he ended up with the Seahawks, actually. Ended up with the Seahawks. He came to our practice one
I
time.
remember that.
The forearm shiver. Never heard of that word until that. He taught me the forearm shiver.
Yeah, he was something else. We used to go watch those guys. Me and Bob Carmona sneak in. Not that we had to sneak in because Mr. Russell would let us in anyway.
Yeah.
And you go watch that. The thing that I remember about that, which was cool, which I thought was cool, was after the game where they would stand in front of us, behind the benches, facing the bleachers, and everybody would sing the alpha motto.
Yeah.
We still did that in our years. We still did that.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, Chef had a good album.
I mean, it was.
But as far as the players these days, I'll tell you, there are some devoted.
There are some, and I don't want to put
There are
everybody in
some
that.
guys who, I mean, just look at how big and strong they are.
Sure.
That's a commitment.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of kids that make this huge commitment.
I'm sure there is, but there's a lot more that don't. Would you agree with that? In the population of kids.
I think maybe then it's probably open to more kids to have an experience, you know, and that's what it is. It's an experience. As a coach, you're there to provide an experience to help the
Teach
kid,
Grow.
just grow, learn, and you know. So I mean, I'm coaching these 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
They're committed. They're there 5
That's awesome.
hours,
Very
5
happy to hear
hours, 90 degrees, 100 degrees, and practicing 3 days a week, then playing 3-4 games on the weekend.
That's
I'm
what
doing 10-year-olds now. I'm doing Pop Warner now, 10 years. And so I had yesterday, we ain't recording.
Be careful.
Yeah, don't say anything bad.
We had, I mean, there's a couple of kids, I mean, these kids are youth, 9 and 10-year-olds, youth. Thick. Soft as, soft as butter, man.
My grandson's 8, he's 108 pounds. I mean, that's a pretty big kid for 8 years old.
Absolutely.
Psyched for that game. I was so psyched for those games, I couldn't wait, you know? I couldn't wait to
Can you
play.
imagine if we were able to play Friday night, though? The money that could have been made in this town, in Stratford.
Night games, what's that?
Oh, man. Right? We played Saturday afternoon.
We had one night game, that was a championship game.
Yeah.
In our whole career.
So they had an NBA championship your senior year?
Yeah. That would have been the second one.
Second one.
Because Prep played the first one. Remember we talked about, yeah. Harding.
And then the thing that I never understood, because no one's going to tell me any different, I think you all agree. It was not a better team in the state that year when he was senior, when they went 10-0.
I agree.
The best team that they had besides Stratford was West Haven. And I saw them play twice that year. You'd have killed them.
Yeah.
And Casaria tried so hard to get that. You need something? I have one more.
I never got mine.
Hey, we got two. Yeah.
And you want another Budweiser?
No, I just want one. I didn't get one.
It's been sitting there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's so cold.
Now I'm good.
I guess. You need one. That pizza was up.
That's us. Yeah.
But that's,
Eat it up.
yeah.
No, I lost my train of thought.
The championship.
Oh, the chip. Who was the best team? Oh, West Haven.
Oh, so Casaria tried like hell. And I remember, because I saw him one time in his office on the phone talking to the coach. And he tried to get a game, an organized game that would count, and they said no because of discount.
Right.
So he goes, well, all right. He goes, well, how about this? He goes, how about we do a scrimmage? This is before the season. He was trying to get him in on our season. How about we do a scrimmage thing? You know, you guys are one of the best teams in the state. We got a pretty fair team ourselves, and we'd like to play, you know, as a scrimmage.
Well, we tried to get our senior Xavier. Because we had our open day with,
But they were a senior.
yeah, Xavier, we had an open day with Bullard Havens and filled the team there. And they didn't want nothing to, you know, we couldn't get in there either.
We played Trumbull. No, scrimmage.
You came and played.
You know what we scrimmaged our senior? Remember that? Made a big difference? Greenwich.
I remember playing. They were a good team.
Yes, we scrimmaged Greenwich.
Big boys.
Yes.
Couple guys with
Barlow.
That was the game
I
before
think we had like a tri-scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
Trumbull and Barlow.
Yeah, that's good.
Right?
But, you know, I wish they had it a little more competitive in the realm of who would be the state champions back then.
Yeah.
They didn't have a state thing. They just had the writers.
Right, the polls, right.
Yeah, the polls, you know.
They weren't too political, were they?
Oh my God. But I mean, I thought that they got looked on your senior year at ranking.
I agree.
Nobody was beating that team. I
No,
don't
that's the best team ever, in my mind.
That was incredible high school team.
You had to see it from the sideline. You were on the sideline.
I played
We're all
it.
we're jealous, man. Eddie got it. You know, these guys were able to sit on. Yeah.
There was 5 undefeated teams. 5 undefeated teams.
Really.
I think Greenwich was Stratford.
Naugatuck, I think, was.
Naugatuck?
I think they were ahead of you. Derby, yeah. One of those teams was ahead of you guys.
I think they were all in.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm putting up against anybody.
Absolutely.
Anybody that was around in them days, I'm good at it.
Okay. I'll have yours.
But our defense was pretty good too. I put our defense against their defense, not our offense.
No,
Our defense was pretty good.
We're a good team, man. We let up 36
points all year.
36 or 26.
We had 9 and 11 were all NBA.
One game's good.
What I used to do, and I had to try to figure out a way to try to get these kids tough. Because I just got back. So years ago, what I used to do with the nutcracker, I used to tear your tail up.
Sure.
I'd make it tough. Oh, yeah, I'd make it tough.
That'll make it tough.
You know what I'm saying? Because I you know, with the nutcracker thing and stuff, you know what I'm saying, I would put, first I put one-on-one. Right. Okay. And if you're gonna punk out, I'm gonna put 2-on-1.
He's got that personality.
You know, and I ain't putting 2 softies. I'm putting 2 hitters on you with 1.
You didn't have any parents
You know what I'm
giving you a hard time about it?
No, and then if you're still punking, I'm putting 3. You know, I'm not going crazy out the way, but I'm giving you a real game scenario because in a game you can get hit by 4 or 5 guys, 1 guy.
Yeah.
That's real.
Definitely get
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you all that. You know what I'm saying? To toughen you up and stuff because you got to know you're gonna be in the game, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know that.
Well, see, in Pop Warner, you're dependent, you have to play X amount of plays. So as a coach, there's a decision to be made. You know, anybody and everybody, I can make you a wide receiver for 8 plays and look like an all-pro. you just stand like this, you do this, and you're not learning nothing. Or you work with the other coach, and you bring in the same 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds together, and you put them in at nose tackle, you put them at guard, whatever, and you let them work it out. That's how they learn. I mean, that's how we all learn. You know, if you go back and you talk to Mr. Strong wasn't insisting on any of us. Frankie and Eddie?
No,
forget the noise.
DeMatteo. DeMatteo.
Tony was that.
Garbage! You never Thomas, you carry a pocketbook.
Jackie Hawkins was the greatest. He said Hawkins got in a stand. Jackie got in one of those. He said Hawkins. Oh man, yeah.
He called me talking one time when he was talking, and he grabbed me by my jersey like this and bam, hit me right in the forehead with his palm, and sent me right on my ass.
With a helmet or not without a helmet?
No, but I'm sitting there seeing stars, you know.
When I talk, you don't. Now take a lap.
Yeah, take a lap.
It took me 15 minutes to get on my feet, never mind take a lap.
Yeah.
But I never forgot.
That was like running the Boston Marathon, taking that lap around.
Oh, the bird time?
Yeah.
And I never said nothing to any of my parents or nothing that, you know, because you just accepted
never,
that without being an idiot.
You ain't never tell your parents.
Well, here's. You might want to shut this down.
No, we'll do it.
Okay, well, you're going to delete this. I'll never forget, ever forget this. He was talking about kickoff and kickoff return. I'm an 11-year-old kid playing with y'all. 11-year-old. Had no business playing with these guys. I was just too damn much weight to play for the Lions. He said, Turner, kickoff return. I want you to run down there with reckless abandon. I want you to throw your God, if I ain't lying, God strike me. And I said, first, yeah, throw your body.
I remember the reckless abandon with no regard for the human flesh.
Do you remember when he used to bring in the tire and throw footballs through the tire?
I remember that.
Frank Giannetti, University of Bridgeport.
And I mean, he hit 9 out of 10.
Is that
Throw
right?
it through I'm talking about, I don't know what the distance was. Throw a football through
I
it.
remember him doing that.
You got to understand, in that generation, you're talking about guys that were in World War II and Korean War veterans.
Yeah.
So you're getting that mentality.
It was
You
so
know?
good for us.
Yeah.
I never saw it as mean.
No.
It was like
No.
it was like their talks were. It was almost funny.
Yeah.
You know? But,
right.
but they got the point across.
I learned it when I was coaching Pop
It wasn't
Warner.
mean. It wasn't disrespectful. I think what happened with coaching is a lot of coaches just got disrespectful. I felt like my coaches, Mr. Lindbergh, Mr. Strong,
Yeah.
Tony and D. I'm I coached with Tony. You know, with the Jets, all that, and even in high school, I thought they were all respected.
Yes.
You know,
Agree.
and I think that's the important part. But there were a lot of kids who don't get that respect. You know, and that's a big change in coaching, which I think is about friggin' time. You know, why should especially like at the college level, and it's coming out now. You know, you can't disrespect your players.
Right.
You know,
Got to give respect if you want.
Sure, absolutely.
The same token, they better be respectful.
Hey.
Well, I'm going to teach.
We had this conversation with Ed Z. Rooney thing about the difference. And a lot of things is like, kids got respect in the street first before they went to the thing. Like growing up, look at all the basket. You could not get on a court in Stratford at outdoor basketball. You had to wait in line.
Walking on it.
I remember the Hickey brothers. I mean, they were kind of neighborhood. They were unbelievable basketball players.
Sure.
Or like the Chico or some of these guys. I mean, it was like you couldn't get on a court.
Right.
You know, so it's like people had their street craft going. You know what I mean? They had that street toughness. You know, like a Franco Leonard or somebody like in Bridgeport thing or.
Some are leaving on one end road.
Yeah. You're not getting on a court.
Yeah,
So you're learning your craft then, you know? You're learning to get along with others.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just amazing to me, and we talked about it a little bit. Just want to catch your input on this. Think about this now. We all played on the Jets, and then there was a time after that you weren't, because we didn't have a ninth grade freshman.
Great, yeah.
So we were out at least 1 year. At least 1 year, every one of us are playing football.
That's true.
And we used to always have a team from Bridgeport to Troubadour. You know, they were always going to start a team, never did. But all those players that never came back out in high school, a lot of them. The Harold Bolins of the world. The Art Badgins of the world. Yeah, but they were out of it then. They're working part-time.
Sure.
I just lost
In the seat on the system.
and you're playing against St. Joe's, you're playing against Brentwood for a year.
Yeah.
We did it with 3.
Yeah.
And also another year of conditioning. You're going to be 5-10 pounds stronger, heavier. With muscle.
Yeah.
That's a big difference too.
Big time.
Conditioning was big. I think they had a great conditioning program for us. The way they ran it.
Yeah, double sessions.
Double sessions, you know, in the cycle.
Yeah,
Circuit was a
Captain
bitch,
practice,
man.
yeah.
I mean, that was not easy for anyone to do that circuit if you really put out on it. You know?
You know what?
They did that at UB when I was at UB.
Yeah.
That, I think that
That helped me a lot.
Dr. What was his name? Dr. Lewis. No,
Dr.
Dr.
Lewis.
Oh
Lewis.
yeah, yeah.
I think he
That
I remember the one thing in certain when we got caught being out of
dragging their body.
tie your shoelaces and drag your body the length of that practice field.
Yeah, I remember that.
Without using your legs.
I do that, man. You know,
In that rock and
I tell
stone.
the kid, I said, look, man, this has nothing to do with football. I said, this is just a punishment because I don't pay attention.
Yeah.
And I said, no, if you want to do this and stuff all day, but then I say, let me show you. And I tell the kid to get down on the ground. From your waist down is dead. And then crawl your body and stuff like that, drag. And then I let him go like just 5 yards, right? I said, now y'all want to do that on the whole length of the field? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, then y'all better stop.
See, what we did was we got smart our senior year. So we got, see, we knew Coach Casero was going to call any one of us 4. And it was going to be 9 o'clock. So it's him, me, the Flanagans, and the Colliers. So all of us, the base home, you stay home, get the phone call, gone. But there's something that disconnected that one time.
Don't be seen.
You and I got busted. We were curing that week. Oh man.
Hey, I got caught. I had to drag my body. That's all I know. I had to go in that whole field. That's driving my body. And it was all dirt, rock, it was not grass.
Right.
And he was behind me.
send to a track.
Him and Billy Gallup were behind me, kicking my feet. Anytime I tried to choose a knee, or you know what I mean, and he's kicking my feet. No, keep going. I collapsed. He goes, I'm going to stay here till you get back up and go. I was like, shit, man. I gotta do it.
Eddie, you and I, we
That was
invented.
the worst thing I ever did.
We invented style running, you and me. Now I'll tell you what style running is. When you're on the practice field and you're on the other side of the field in that track and you're running. Coach Kazira is sitting here. You're over there. Style running. Here it is.
Let's get Rick. Let's get Rick style running.
We're far away. It looks like we're running, right? Did it for the whole year, man.
I remember that.
Style running.
Okay. All right. It worked, right?
Remember that, man?
I had so much fun drinking.
Oh,
The
gosh.
time of my life, I think, from I was like 10 to 17.
Yeah.
The best time of my life with friends, with athletics, with good times, good people, good families. I mean, it was just, I'll never forget it. I think we had the best of times, and no one's going to change my mind on that.
Not about it.
With everything. You know, people, food, music,
Took care of it.
sports.
Yeah.
We had the best. I think. Of course, all-timers try to do the same thing, the 1920 guys.
That's right.
But yeah, I really feel that way.
So all that generation kind of went, it was kind of like the Nicky, the whole thing. Where did it kind of catch up where all on? Was it like the 71, 72 to 70? Because you were going over and teaching these guys plays, right? Didn't you get that play from the championship game?
Nick brought us over to AFCO
Right.
for a championship game, and you put that play in. You don't remember that? For Tim Collins. You put that play in, which we end up running against Harding, which got about 40, 50 yards. But Coach Caceres didn't want to do it in our practice field. So we all got in the cars and went to AFCO. And you put the play in. To this day, it helped. I know it did.
What was which play was it?
It was a
Pitch?
yeah, and
Some kind of a pitch?
yeah, it was
It was a
a
misdirection?
it was a UB thing because nobody, you know, it was way more complicated than this is the way he taught it. Tim, this is what you do. Greg, this is what you do. Fullback, you always, this is what you do, and everyone else does the same. Nick, tell him. Okay? Nick told him.
Hey, it worked.
Yes, it did.
You remember that game? I know you remember that game.
I'll tell you,
That was the best game of my life, man.
Halftime?
Yeah.
you remember Coach Caceres, he used to have like a turkey special on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, he always had his
He always had it. That was awesome. That was awesome.
some crazy play.
Yeah, yeah. But then one year we had the triple barrel. I think my senior year we had triple barrel. It was like 3 guys and a
Yeah.
guy, 4
Like Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow, wow. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That was
You guys ran some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, we ran double slot. We ran single back, double
trip.
slot, 2 wideouts.
Wow. Well, Giannetti was ahead of his time. You know, that green bean sweep left and right and all that stuff. I ran a lot of that in Pop Warners until they figured it out. They said, why do you keep on running the same thing? Until they stop it, I'll run it all day long.
Isn't that the way it works?
Yeah. But that championship game, man.
Against Harding?
Well, some big factors in that game.
Let's get.
It had rained a couple of days before, and then we got a cold snap. Harding Field was in terrible shape. Kennedy. Harding Field. Kennedy.
Yeah, part of it.
All the cleats and stuff, and then in the mud, and we got this hard kind of freeze. When we got to that field, I never in my life, I don't know if you guys remember, I never in my life played on anything so rough and hard. Because it was so frozen solid, so you didn't have a level surface. It was very ruddy, and the mud was frozen. You know what I mean? So it was very slippery. And we couldn't do shit because you couldn't get traction.
No.
So we just kept on bowling, pounding. They kind of got onto us in the first half, and they were stopping that shit. We were down 7-6, right? Or 6-0. 6-0. After halftime, I think Syria realized I'm running this off tackle, off guard, glass, and that kind of stuff until they stopped. So, and that's what we did. And we took that whole quarter and did nothing but smash them all down the field. 3 yards at a time, or 4 yards, 3.5, 4 yards, 4 yards. You know?
No, that was me. That was us. I got to play at you. I got to play at you.
Add this little part to it. You know what happened at halftime, but after that halftime, we came out different. We were different in the first half. We were a little intimidated, if you want to say. You know, it was freezing cold. The field sucked. You know, we were definitely in enemy territory, you know. And something happened in that half, man. I never seen these guys push so hard. Mark Sokol.
Yes.
Mark Sokol was the one that did the pushing.
Not the first half.
No.
Not the first half. Second half, yeah.
And I never expected that. I never expected that. And I hope what I said.
You became a man that day.
But I know he came out a different guy.
I was standing right next to you when you said it.
Dude, he came out a different guy, and I give him so much respect. When I see him, I'll tell him personally, you know, because I'll never forget disrespect. But he stepped it up and kicked some ass. Yeah, but that day he stepped it up and we needed it because we only had what we had. We didn't have what you guys had. You guys had to
See, that's the serious
burn.
thing. Yeah.
We had Smaller, we had Timmy Collier and Americano, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much were our receivers.
And yet, was Greg Smith the quarterback?
Ricky was incredible.
Well,
Norton Boulage.
I got to play Ezzy one day, man.
3 or 4, you know.
Yeah.
One game?
Well, a couple, I was telling Ed.
You were the fullback?
Yeah. Man, I couldn't get on the field with Ezzy.
No.
Now, Ezzy will tell you a story, and it's funny as hell. Is he coming?
I'm gonna call him in a minute.
He'll tell you a story, and it's the damn
I
truth.
thought he's in,
Yeah, but we told we're gonna give him a call here.
FaceTime?
Yeah.
Ezzy wouldn't come off the field. So I was his backup and fullback. I was his back, or no, fullback. I was a lineman. Backup at linebacker. He didn't want to come off the field. I don't blame him. I didn't want to come off the field my senior year either. I used to stand next to Coach. I say, Coach, I'm thinking Ezzy's pretty tired, man. I think you might want to take him out. And Ezzy will do it and you'll laugh at it, but it's true. And I never lied about it. I said, man, he's tired. Take him out. He didn't want to come out of the field.
You can't blame him?
No, I got it.
Is that the Milford game or what?
Any game. But yeah, that championship game was, yeah. Well, I played on the Bridgeport Buccaneers with a lot of it was an all NBA flag, if you will, with a lot of the kids from Harvard. And all they talked about was, if you remember, and this is the big difference, I think, Caesarea brought that damn bus through the gates, and we unloaded from the bus on the end zone, padded with helmets. And those kids all said the same thing. You look big. You look big. Man, you were big. You ain't that big now. No. We were full pad coming out.
we didn't drive him to the heart.
Yeah.
Larry Rudd, man.
Oh, there was incredible. And Saunders.
With the feather in his helmet?
Yeah, it was the hardest hit
Bad
I've
man.
ever seen play football in my life.
Bad man.
Well, he always had blood coming out of his nose when he hit with his head.
When you got hit by him, you knew it.
Yeah. He was about 170 pounds, maybe.
I don't know what he was, but he hit like a truck.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
I remember we was on the news at halftime. Your senior year, we were sitting on the bus. Remember all that?
On the rocks,
That was our senior year.
That was my junior year and his senior year.
Yeah.
That was a good no.
That was my junior year and his
Same thing.
Senior year.
We got sown.
But then Mr. Lewis, I saw him on the sideline. He was picking a kid up.
Yeah.
Put him on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, that was a tough ride home that night.
Man, they stoned the hell out of our bus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's why I thought that's what we were talking about. They must have did it to
My
us.
senior year we played at home.
Your senior year.
Yeah. My senior year, his senior year we played away. We played at Harding. My senior year we played at Penn.
I tell you what, I played ball with Larry Rudd on the same Bridgeport Buccaneers.
Yeah.
That's the funniest little man you ever saw in your life. He is funny. He's sitting there, they're wrapping his thigh. We're in New Jersey. He's wrapping his thigh, and they weren't paying attention. They wrapped more than his thigh. They had to wrap it. He said, "Yo, man," he had a high, squeaky voice. "Yo, man, no, you rip." I'm like, "Oh." True story. We chased him around in this field.
He could run.
You never catch it.
He was the fastest. I knew like they had good blocking and stuff in the years before. You know what I'm saying? They had good blockers and stuff, and I knew that most of those guys were going to be gone. I remember when they played Milford. Rev was a freshman and they played Milford. That was your junior year. You know what I'm saying? And they beat Law, Jonathan Law. Jonathan Law was good that year. They had that kid Valentine and stuff like that. They were good. Yeah. But they didn't expect that Larry Rudd, man, and he got behind the shit, man, and then he shut out of there, man, and stuff like that, man. He was good, but I knew that he didn't have a block in our senior year. He had it your senior year. But our senior year, I knew most of those was going. I knew we would get him, and so we kind of got him, man.
You know what's strange? I don't know how many games I know you lost one game at home. We tied at home, we won it, or lost at home. So did you ever lose at home?
We never lost at home.
Yeah.
Our senior year?
No, I mean in our career.
Yeah, one loss in our own career.
Well,
Right.
70.
Sophomore year.
Yeah.
Sophomore year.
And one tie.
We lost a
Right.
bunch. And junior year, we lost one game.
Jonathan Law, maybe.
That's it. No, you didn't play prep that year.
The sophomore, junior year?
No, you tied
With John Law.
I think with John
John Law was tough back then.
Yeah, Law was like 32 to 6. With Chris Dunn, remember Chris Dunn? He caught like 4 touchdown passes in that game. That was a Law.
But
Yeah, I remember that one,
Yeah.
Trini, Baker,
Yeah.
Valentine.
But that's not
Well, Rudd was unbelievable.
That was a very tough
Rudd
game.
was tough.
Yeah, they were good.
He just wasn't muscle. They were a strong physical team.
Of the team in a career. We lost a majority of our games at home, which is crazy. Think about that.
Yeah, we lost 7-6.
Yeah. Oh, I
That's the
know.
only loss I remember. That's it. I don't remember you losing the Law. I thought you were undefeated your sophomore year. The next year, that's when you lost the Law?
8-1-1.
Junior year, it was
You had a tie against Milford.
8-1-1.
Larry Delora was a quarterback.
Okay, so you guys lost
Oh
again.
yeah, Larry.
Yeah.
We played Mike with him. Yeah.
And then you
Larry was right.
Good guy.
No, you attended on
Because Mike put him with us. His
What?
brother. His brother
Mike.
played with us.
Mike was a good.
3 years.
Yeah,
Mike was
played with
tough. Tough, hard-nosed guy.
Yeah, Mike played with us.
10-0, and we went 9-0-1.
Right, we're at 28-1-1. Us.
Yeah, that's the best 3 years right there.
With a lot of help from you guys. A lot of help from you guys, you know.
No doubt. But there's never been another 10-0 season from any team, did I?
No. 9-0-1. We got robbed too. We beat Prep and they were number 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Beat the hell out of them on their own field. Well, we should have beat Central. That was
Rick,
Hard hitting team.
I have a guy from Prep that we might want to call that was on that team. He's going to wait for a call. So you're talking
on Prep.
on Prep.
We don't talk about Prep much. In case you haven't noticed that.
Yeah.
We did all right, though. We did all right with him.
Yeah.
Mark Pond, and then I was on the defensive line when they scored. I was on. They blew me off to the other
Senior
side.
year?
No, junior year. I don't know how I got in there, but I was on the defensive line.
Paul
They scored and they busted my ass all the way over to the
Yeah, a lot
side.
of good players.
Your senior year.
Yeah,
That
man.
was he got the extra
You
point.
played a hell of a game.
And that's how they beat
That was
Yeah, there was a black punt or something.
we knew we were going to win that game. But there was no ifs, ands, or buts that we're going to beat Prep that game.
They couldn't
Coach was good at that stuff. Same thing in the championship game. What he did was Tony Elliott was just
The monster.
13, 14-year-old. And all Jimmy Collier did was just slam down. It was all day long, all night long. Beautiful, beautiful clock. All I had to do was just wait for 47 to come, or 41 to come across. It's right there.
What was your best play senior year? Like, what was your play that worked most of the Something you go to when you kind of third down and 5.
Probably like belly option right or something.
Yeah.
We had the option to take you a run.
The little tape out here we can pump up. Then we did, what else did we have?
Yeah,
Sprint power.
Sprint power.
Sprint power.
That was the option.
But I'm saying,
I thought you did.
you did, but here's the thing. I can't say that you had any favorite play.
Yeah.
Because, and the reason I say that is because, and I always say this, I've never seen a white boy that can run.
Oh yeah.
Like him.
Like him. Because
I got a story.
Nick will start this way.
Yeah.
Then he runs this way. And then he runs back this way. And then he runs back that way. And all them big guys, the line we had, man, they get over there, man, and they do that wall.
Yeah.
And then Nick
the wall
runs
was
all the way to the wall.
Did you run it? It's still in record books, 4 or 5. Stony books.
And then you go
There's like 4 days.
So it was no, it was.
Well, your job was to hit that first post. Run as hard as you can to the first fence.
They knew how to do that wall, boy. I can
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you. And Nick knew how to get there, boy. I swear.
At Notre Dame in your senior year. You got to kick off. Tell me if you remember this, because I remember like yesterday. I'll never forget it.
That's what he used to do. He used to put his
4 or 5
hand down, pick himself up, and go.
This side.
You couldn't tackle him.
That side.
One guy couldn't tackle him.
This side and that side. And in between,
show
you
him
must
that
have left 4 dudes underneath. Never,
Did that Larry Rudd stuff.
never seen no shit like that. Ever.
That was it.
And that play was over.
That's how he used to be.
There it is.
You couldn't take him down.
You always had that balance point.
Like a weeble. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
No, we don't fall down yawl. You gotta throw that yawl in there.
Like a cat.
Yeah, man. All the cats.
Bob Carmona. Bob was the guy who set the
wall stuff, man. Oh, man. That's beautiful.
That was a hell of a wall, man. All the time.
All the time. That's what I said. To me, it was no freaking set play because he started one way.
Oh, you never knew where he was
Yeah.
going to go.
You didn't know where he was going.
I used to say I could reach that wall, but I knew I couldn't. But I tell anybody that wanted to ask, yeah, Dick ain't shit. I can reach that, but yeah. Whatever it took.
He used to get to the wall. Man.
I got an embarrassing
But
moment
it's
here.
funny.
Yeah.
I transferred from Tech to Stratford, and during that time I became quite a good punter when I was.
Oh, that's how you right.
So he puts me in against Benell. First game, my first kick was a 55-yarder, went on the 2-yard line in the corner. I remember that. Well, we had to pep rally for the next game, and he like blew my head up. Oh, we got this transfer, another Bargo brother. I think he's going to be a fine player. He's quite a punter. He kicked an incredible punch last week, and we got high hopes for this game. After that, I couldn't punt. I actually had one punt against Kobe. Somebody, I don't know if they got it. I think it was just my foot. I never pointed it. And the damn ball, I used to got it. He went straight up, came down, and bounced backwards. That was the last time I punted.
Well, Greg punted after
Alvin
that.
took over.
Whenever he pulled one of us out, Greg was in that job.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice that? Whenever somebody screw up, Greg's in that job. We voted for captain.
But he was a
Our captain couldn't play. Greg's in that job. True story.
Look, his father.
But I tell you what though, I'm not taking nothing away from Greg. He's a hell of an athlete.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he was.
He is a hell of a strong kid. He had strong legs, but he get hit.
But I remember coming back that Saturday morning. We practiced after the championship game. And I run up to the Wood End News. And I said, man, it got to be in the headline. We won 7-6. It's got to say Turner scores touchdown. It says Smith, PATs for championship. I came in, right in my mind. I came in and I said, Eddie, this sucked being me, man.
Oh my God, you're so right. I now remember that.
I was ready to sign autographs coming out of Shannon. Yeah. Smith kicks championship ball.
Yes.
They're all expected.
Yeah, of course.
I got to go to the New York Daily News with Greg and Art Edmondson, Julio, and Russ. And we had a blast.
I went with Russ too.
Yeah, we went 2 years.
Was that at that game?
Yes.
Yeah, we went to see the Jets.
Yeah. And then we went to the Waldorf after that.
Coach Cassell.
And that was an incredible experience. They treated you like kings. No, Rick,
I ate before I left.
I don't need one. Thanks, Steve.
I'm on my way back with it.
Those memories are the best memories of my entire life.
Well, I'll tell you what though, you talk about his senior year. The 68 Stratford Jets were one hell of a team. I don't even know if they scored against that first defense. They had what they called the Green Beret defense. If you remember that. All the starters on defense got a Green Beret. So when they came off the plane in Florida, they all wore the Green Beret. They were bad, man.
Dave Miller, remember Dave Miller?
Yeah.
And the Kurt, Ken Kurt. They were monsters.
Yes. And fast? Oh, gosh.
But they were hard-hitting kids.
Yeah.
Kids were
When Miller went to Brunel, he played, but he didn't run like he did when he was on the Jets.
No.
So I'm saying we stopped him.
I think they ended up taking him out that year, putting in Hirschbeck.
Yeah, first back in that. No, they was good, but I'm saying there was the South End kids that they played with, and then when they played against the South End kids,
Yeah, it was they knew what we were coming with, and we knew what they were coming with. It was always a battle with the North End.
yeah, always.
Until we merged the Jets, and then we just had a hellacious team. I mean, we went away to West Virginia. We ended up losing by a point. Were you here that year?
No.
Always.
Lost by a point, and we owned them the whole game. They had a real fast kid who just got around the end and a minute and a half left in the game.
Well, you know, it all runs true. Now, the 68 team would have been your senior year, and now go against Prep with the Fairfield Giants. And that was one of the best games. They got the best game that year. Now, the following year in 69 was my last year. They beat us by one from Paul Hollis. So it's basically those two teams. When you think about it, you bring them up to the high school level, that's where you're champions.
And that's what we just our senior year.
Now, how about this, guys? When we were kids, this is before we got into
You tied your senior year. You tied your senior year.
No, they lost 7-6.
yeah, by 1 point.
Our junior year.
Correct.
We tied against Central.
I know because I tried to bench.
We didn't do it, did we?
That was a tough one.
Wasn't our fault.
You remember? Woke up in the morning on a Saturday, got all the kids up together, went over next door in the lot, in the old days, the Gregory Circle over there in the field, and we played sandlot, right? We didn't have shit. We didn't have good bats. We had bats with bats that would crack, and we put a net on it and take the hell out of it, and those bats would last forever.
Well, see, you were the pitcher, I was the catcher. I caught all this doing all the Little League. And now, you go to Carroll Sports Shop back in the day, and you used to be able to buy a sponge for your kitchen mat. We're so poor, I took the sponge from my mother's kitchen, and I put that bad boy in there, and that's where we used to throw. I used to come back in and say, Eddie, you're beating the hell out of my hand. What are you doing?
No, that's what I said.
If I could control what I had, I might have been a Kurt Kepf dryer, who knows, you know? But I lost it, man. And Frankie both of our arms off high school. Because of all the, from playing Little League.
Sure. Now look at your brother's senior year. You want to talk about coming out of nowhere? What was he, second in the area in touchdowns?
Who, Frank?
Yeah.
Frank was the unknown guy. Frank was the unseen guy I never really spoke about.
That's right.
When you watch the games,
Yeah.
he ran hard.
Oh, man.
He got to the line of scrimmage in a heartbeat.
And he wasn't big.
No.
He can move.
He had a lot of heart.
Street toughness.
Not bad for being pigeon-toed.
Yeah. It's still painful.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'll take the credit. I introduced him to his wife.
Did you? So you're the culprit.
I'm the culprit. On good days and I'm the bad guy. It's, you know, I go back for
They've been
it.
married like 47 years.
See?
How about Tommy Novia?
Tommy and Bobby Novia. Oh my God.
Good player, right?
Yeah, Tommy's a tough kid.
Tough.
And Bobby, I played in a band with him. My first band I ever played in. He was a bass player. Yeah, that's how I got to know the family before we even played with them. The old man was all Italian. He was like one of them real Italian. You know, like you walk in the house, there's an Italian deli in there. You know?
Cheese hanging out.
Yeah, and they take you in like you were one of their family. You know?
Boy, you had some good athletes over on that side too. You know, on Orange Street, Belchers and Vasquez, yeah. Because Freddie's older brother was a great athlete. Jose, right?
Jose was a good baseball player.
Yeah.
He lived up in Massachusetts.
Tough kid. Tough kid.
Hey, the kid didn't work. Like, where are you coming from, man?
Recycled from his brother.
Every day.
Here, I gotta go and deliver 300 papers.
Yeah. You and I were big, yeah. We're the paper boys. You got a bigger route than I did. But all kidding aside, now him and I used to, we went to Bird's Eye, so at lunchtime he used to let us come home. Now I was the senior patrol leader, so that left us getting out early, and I needed someone to help me. So we used to run through McGrath Court, get home early, eat lunch, and on the way back, we used to collect from our customers, go to Neil's Court and buy peanut butter. Am I lying? That's what we did.
Bring him to school.
So Brian used to, if I was playing a game, Brian would say, my mother would say, go to customers and collect his money. So Brian would go and he goes, collect it for Rick. And he goes, no, he picked up on Wednesday. Next day, no, he picked up on Thursday. He came home, and my mother said, where's all the money? Oh, Rick picked up.
I'll tell you something, my father used to take the money I made from the papers. He'd say, give me, you make it, the guy come over to get the money every week.
Yeah, Mr. Lutz.
And I have, and I have what I made. And he counted it all up. So say I made $20, right? It's a lot of money back away. He would take $15.
Yeah.
He goes, all right, I'm going to take this. What do you mean you're going to take that?
Yeah.
Where are you going with that? He goes, don't worry about it. Take this every week. I'm going to take some. One day you'll make it. I didn't think too much about it. It was just the way it went. It's $5 to me.
No onion.
So, long story short,
What kind of twist?
when I turned 16, I got my license. I needed a vehicle.
It doesn't.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Father came and hit me off with $2,000 from the paper.
Just no onions, right?
Nice.
Otherwise.
Now, the Turners were just the opposite.
Oh, that's
See, my mother used to say, Rick, I need the money to pay the rent, and we'll give you the money back. And then a month later, I would say, Mom, Mr. Lutz is in front of the house, wants his money. Well, tell him you don't have it. But I did have it. Go to the bar, go get it. Okay.
But we had such, I don't know, what do you want to call it? We were just so damn organized. Yeah. You had a set thing every day, you know what I mean? You know, you did your school thing and then right away, as soon as you were done with your shit, I'm going to go to the ball. We had a ball or hockey or ice skating in the backyard. We flood them all together. The backyard's connected. Everybody put their hoses out and make a big sheet of ice. You had to watch it and get hung on a clothesline, you know? But we had so much fun.
I got another poor story for you. It's a true story, though. You all came out with, they had hockey. ice skates, hockey skates.
Good with it, she's good.
I said, Mama, it ain't happening. So she got a tag set or something, figure skate, size 13, size shoe polish to black. So I was good for a couple of games. They started roughing off, and they go, Toughness wearing white skates. Oh man, I busted.
Oh, we had a lot of fun.
So you weren't born in the South End?
No.
You were never born?
No, we were bored. Ed and I were. We were the richest kids for our age, I think, in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because of papers. Nobody really had a job.
Yeah.
Or we collect bottles and wagons.
Yep.
Made good money doing that. Gary Tangway used to sell Kool-Aid on Woodend Road, and his brother told him a gimmick to get a big pickle jar and put sugar in the water and put a sign out, if you can drop a dime and it lands in the middle, you get all the money in there. So you put a bunch of money in there. There's no way it's ever going in the middle because it's so dense. And there's people who were going for it, and they were coming from AFCO and they were stopping, and they saw the jug and they found the money in that jar.
That was your neighbor, man. That was your neighbor.
So what happened to this Tangway guy? I never heard his
He
name.
was a hell of an athlete when he was young.
Little guy that
Stratford.
Yeah, he actually lived right behind my house. Our backyard's attached. And he was like my first friend in Stratford.
He just never got big,
Oh, he didn't play sports.
We played Little League with us. He played Pop Warner.
High school, I mean.
Yeah, he may have played his sophomore year.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he played his sophomore year.
He just never got big. Gary Tangway. And he was the tough kid. Yeah. For years and years and years.
He says
used to go
hello.
like this and just punch me.
I talked to him today.
Did you? No.
He said say hi to you.
Okay. He used to just punch me. And then I told him one day, I said, I'm bigger than you. I'm whooping your ass. No more of that. Okay, good. We're good. Because he was Gary Tangway, the legend.
No, Butch was a legend. Here's the problem. Black guy
Which clause?
in the corner project.
Which clause? Which clause? With the hit the bars on there.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, when you was trouble, I don't care who it was. They were white, they were black, they were Puerto Rican, shit. If you came into the neighborhood with a group of kids looking for trouble, which was right up.
Yes.
Right out there to break it, like break it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a fight. We ain't having this here. Take your ass back. That kind of thing. Looking out thing.
Do you remember traveling to Lordship, playing on the bluffs? Oh man, playing on the bluffs and stuff. Yeah. Some football against those boys. It's good athletes in Lordship too.
For a small area?
How about the Phillies and the Mets? That was always a good rivalry.
Yep.
Little League. Big Lewis back. Probably, I don't even can't remember. I probably should.
Dickie Neal's.
So, but Sabatic got hurt. So they moved Velke to quarterback. And I had another halfback. That was late.
That was your door.
That was it, man. My door was open. No, that was Marty
That's
Ryan.
before. Okay.
That was Marty Ryan.
That was before Giannetti came in.
That's great. And then Bruce Bogner was quarterback after him, I believe, for the Jets.
Yeah. Well, we had Ryan Burke and
Bruce Bogner.
yeah, the 68 team we had
Curly blonde
Agman.
hair, came from California.
Agman. We had there.
Tommy.
Yeah. Good athlete.
Yeah. Good run back. So many names I haven't brought up in forever.
Yeah.
Everyone okay over here?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Wondering just coming off.
Another what?
Coming off your mouth, it's hard to believe,
I
yeah.
brought extras.
Thank you.
But it's the best time of my life. I'll never forget it. And I'm so glad we were in it.
I think about it now. I forgot about your trip to Bowdoin. So if you think about it, our senior year, If you had gone to Bullet Hay and the 3 Colliers had stayed in Colby, we wouldn't be talking what we're talking. That's a big difference.
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Poor guys.
Well, what was the record your year?
Let's see. I think it was 5-5, 7-2-1, and 6-4.
Yeah, you had a
7-2-1. Was that Mike Senior?
That was Mike Giaquino. Yeah.
Who were the running backs?
We had Mike Giaquino and we had Paul Kelly.
Paul Kelly.
Yeah.
You had a couple of other guys too. How about the year before that? Mike's sophomore.
The Cabral. James Cabral. Right.
He was good.
Yeah, James Cabral was very good. And his brother John Cabral.
Yeah.
He graduated with me. Very good.
He wore number 21.
Yeah, he did. That's exactly right. He was a Colby transfer.
Really?
Yeah, he went to Colby's.
Look at the kids out of the
James Cabral.
Strap.
James?
Dirt.
Yeah, he played for Colby.
John was at Notre Dame.
Yes, John was at Notre Dame.
Jimmy Deneen.
What an athlete.
Oh, he was before me. Yeah, Pat Staff. Tremendous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play.
He played a year.
Did he play?
Yeah, he played 1 year, I think. I think he might have been our sophomore year.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Because he didn't play the mother year.
Yeah.
How about Evenko? What's his deal these days?
I think he's retired. I think he's in Britain.
Tom?
Yeah.
How about Tom Basso?
Basso, well, I was in contact with him probably like 5 or 6 years ago. He was down south somewhere.
He's one of the biggest guys I've ever seen play high school.
Mature looking with the mustache and stuff.
They had the whole.
Like he looked like an old man. Tom Selleck. Like Tom Selleck, right?
Yeah. Their whole
T-Bone.
Yeah, they were big, man.
It was Evenko, Masso, Mona, and it was another guy.
Yeah, Rich Kochko.
Yankowski. That's who he was.
Yeah.
Them, I tell you, you see them guys.
That was that wall.
Dennis Julio was the center.
And Ed Andriso.
Dennis was
Albert and Bob were the bottom. And then Basso and Kowski.
Andriso, too.
Eddie Andriso. Oh, Eddie Andriso was center. That's right.
Yeah. He's about 200 pounds.
But Gerard
Big
played
line.
too. What's Gerard?
Gerard was linebacker. Yeah, he was.
Crazy.
Well, that was the difference. Your senior year when you left, you lost your whole line.
Oh yeah,
Your whole line came in. You guys all started as juniors, and you had the running backs.
Yes.
All right, because you still had Eds and you still had Frank,
Yep.
and you had Greg. Then the following year, all the running
He
backs
had
left.
Novi and Delora too.
Yeah,
That's right.
And the following year, all the running backs left, and then you have the same with linemen and no running backs.
But we all came together.
Yeah, it's kind of weird the way that converted linemen. I told you
Think
this
about
story.
it. Those 3 years, right? 3 different quarterbacks. Like Larry started it all off. Before that, well, a couple years before that, they struggled. But before that, when they had Rick Griffin and Bradley, they were very good.
Yeah.
But then they struggled for a couple years. Stearns and
Oh, yeah.
But at 10-0, hang that hat.
that's what my brother played. My brother played with Stearns and Tony.
You know, that's
You seem to be a little bit younger.
That's true. He was a rascal.
Dr. Stump,
Yeah, it sounds more like that.
Dr. Gerard,
Yeah.
his claim to fame in my head, before every game day, suit up, and he'd make his run straight on into the door.
Who's this?
Full gear. Start.
These the old guys in this room?
Head on.
What's going on, bro?
Really?
Full speed. Into the door, Rick.
I remember Rick Turner.
How you doing?
Rich Turner? Okay. Eddie Bargo?
Okay.
Alan O'Neill?
Wow, okay. I know the
Yeah.
names. A little younger than me, but I know the names.
Yeah.
A little younger.
Yeah, we're talking some stories. Good. We're getting it all on tape.
Get it on tape and figure it out.
Let's go to the videotape.
Good editing.
Nice seeing you guys.
Yeah.
Very good.
Let's go there.
Stop trying to see us again.
Yeah, Coach Willie Galley. He was a first-year coach at our JV team.
Was he? Oh, yeah, that's right.
He used to do the scouting report.
That's right.
And he used to go up on board and go,
Basically,
number 97, no, I think it was 82. No, I don't know what number he was. But he's a bad boy.
You got it. Once you started working on it, you got the feel of it all. It was a little bulky kind of thing. You had to kind of get used to it. That thing helped me tremendous. Wow. And Universal, when they got the Universal in, because we only had 3 weights before that.
That was different.
That was you.
For night gym, we used to go there for night gym.
Dude, I was pressing everything.
well, we went to Stump's Barbell Oasis.
There you go.
There we go.
It's like a gym in itself.
Yeah, oh yeah, Dave Gerard's basement actually was started by Jim Gerard. And it was Jim Gerard and then Bradley and those guys.
Wow.
And we go down there, and there was their charts were on the wall, you know, like when they reached certain weights and stuff. And, you know, we're like, oh, and the first thing is Sunday night. So we go down there, and that was cool. That was motivating because there were the guys that were, you know, and all their accolades and stuff. So that was fun. And they had I don't know who made it, but they had a leg extension machine.
Yeah, we had one of those too.
Then, you know, there's always the bench press.
What was your favorite? What was your favorite piece of that?
Leg extension.
Was it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Pull down back.
Hold down.
I got to the point where I was pulling myself up.
Yeah.
The way I was pulling myself up. That like transformed me.
Yeah.
I kept doing shoulder press and bench press.
What are you doing now? You're in great shape.
I don't work.
Play drums. The arms.
Painting, yard work, the band.
What band do you do?
Oh, you gotta look this up,
I
man.
was in Norwalk Oyster Fest Sunday. Really? We were the last band to play.
You gotta look this up. They're good.
6 to 7:30.
Who's in it?
They're from all over the country. No, I don't think you know it. No. Guys from Chicago, guys from California.
You travel?
Guys from Groton. We've gone from Maryland to Vermont.
Okay. So
In
reasonable.
between, you know. It's all Santana.
How often do you guys play?
With COVID, it killed everything.
Yeah.
We only did 1 gig this year, and we're doing the Oyster Fest. We got dropped out of Black Eyed Sally's for Harper. We got dropped out of the Bijou might drop us. We're still open right now. I think it's November. We're playing the Bijou. Yeah, if you want to go, let me know. I'll stay up. I'll get you in. All right. Whatever. You gotta just text me.
Yeah.
Your lead singer is really good. She's
Which
good.
one?
The black one?
We got 2 of them.
Heavier person. Okay, I don't know her name. She's really good.
And then we had the young one, the thin one, the real hot one. Her husband is in the submarine Navy in Groton.
To go container.
Yeah, transferred down to Virginia. So she had to go with him, and he got married and all that.
Oh, thank you.
Flew her up to the show at the MGM in Springfield a couple months ago. And she's kind of out though. It's kind of tough to get her back. But Ursula was our original singer. She's so hard.
I've seen a lot of her tape. Yeah.
She's a great person.
Eddie and I played together, you know.
Yes.
No, I've seen a couple of snapshots of you.
We did
the beach.
Blues on the Beach,
Okay.
the first one.
I did see that. I saw the.
I did.
I saw it.
You saw that?
I saw it. Yeah. What did you come to see it?
I seen you at the windmill, and I seen you at the woods. Oh yeah.
He could play.
Oh, I know. I got it. Yes. Yeah.
You're gonna take up up the ukulele, did you?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I played for a couple of years and I was playing around with it.
Hard instrument to
No, it's an easy instrument to get to do something, you know. Just like the harmonica is easy, you can learn something quick, but you're still only in first grade, you know. You still sound good.
Right.
You know?
Great.
It's like ukulele.
Long train run.
It's good.
But yeah, I mean, like the harmonica, you know, more head of ukulele strums few chords.
What made you turn that up? You just,
It just was something to do. It was an easy instrument. It was easier than the guitar.
okay.
You know, it's 4 strings. So I figured.
That kid went nothing on. He got me with that.
Yeah, I used to take lessons at Bob Weller.
Me too. And he told my parents, don't waste your money.
Actually, I got him into drums, but we didn't want to mention. You think I would get 10% by now, but I ain't getting shit, man. What's going on?
I'll get you a show.
I got a story.
But that's true, though.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful stuff.
I got a story.
Ideal.
I got a
What's his
story.
name?
Now I got a story.
Rick been like this his whole life. He been like this his whole life.
I'm sorry.
He
He asked me, could
I'm
I...
sorry, you been like that your whole life.
No, he asked me, could I keep motivated and talk?
When they had the summer camps and stuff like that.
Playground?
Yeah, the playground. Me and Rick used to do some crazy stuff to win prizes. He's crazy. He used to win. He used to win though.
Can't punch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rick, we had some.
Camp what?
Opera.
Pop Rock is Boy Scouts.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Take the whole project.
Is that right?
He used to take us all out. It's a piece of quiet.
Oh, that's way up.
We played.